I read 6 books this January, and in today's video I'm just going to quickly go through all of them without giving away spoilers. So without further ado, let's dive straight into it. So starting at the beginning of this month, it was obviously the start of the 18 books before I turn 18 reading challenge. So I'm going to be reading 18 books before 19th of June this year. And the first book I read was Of Mice and Men by John Steinbeck. I've actually already read this. I studied it in school in year 8, but I haven't read it since then. Didn't really remember the plot, so I've just brought a physical copy of my own and reread it just for the nostalgia, I guess. So out of 5 stars, I'd give this 3 stars, probably because even though it is a bit of a classic, there were some bits where I got a bit bored and I was just pushing through. So the next book, I've started off with the shorter books this year. So as the months progress, I read the longer and longer books. And this is a Penguin classic called The Story of Hong Il-dong, which is a new definitive translation of the quintessential Korean classic, the Robin Hood story of a magical boy who joins a group of robber bandits and becomes a king. Yeah, I absolutely loved this book. It was something new. It taught me a bit about Korea. The plot was amazing, and I'm just in love with the cover. It's like a comic kind of style, isn't it? It's an absolutely beautiful cover, and the storytelling was bliss. It dives into this young boy who has supernatural strength, supernatural powers, and how he's a legitimate son of a duke. I can't remember now, but someone highly ranked in Korean society, and he's not really accepted, so he becomes a robber and becomes becomes leader of a band of fierce outlaws, and he wins glory as a warrior and a master strategist, and takes on the people who have done him wrong and stuff. So out of 5 stars, I'd give this 4.5 stars due to its perfect storytelling, its classicness, and just the absolute beauty that is involved in the story. And you really get immersed within Hong Il-dong's life, and you really grow to love him within these and you really grow to love him in these, how many pages is it? 77 in these 77 pages. And okay, so that's 4.5 stars. So now the third book, we've got True Grit by Charles Portis, which I wanted to read because Thomas R. Howe read it. So, and I was curious to see what all the hype was about, because I know loads of other people have read it and said many good things about it. I've even seen a bit on Reddit where people have mentioned how good this is, and there's a movie which has got the guy from Goonies in it, which is Josh Brolin, and apparently the story was brilliant. It was just really my cup of tea, really. It's like, because I've never really watched a Western movie or read anything Western related, so diving into this book, it really opened me up to a pieces of literature that I've never really tried to explore before. And the characters were really lovable, especially the pony that Matty Ross has, called it's called Little Blackie or something like that. And it's just a really powerful, motivating story about revenge and friendships with older people. So for stars, I'd give this 4 stars, because it was a really enjoyable book, full of action, friendships, and redemption. Just a really enjoyable piece of fiction, in my opinion, and I'd give it 4 stars. So next, if you've watched other videos on my channel, you would all know that I'm a massive fan of the author Percival Everett, and so I read another one of his books, because I've read James and the Trees, and this book is Dr. No, which is about Walakitu, who is a professor at Brown University in the US of A, and he literally is obsessed with nothing, like his content for nothing. He studies it, doesn't have any of it, he's doing it. Until his research places him into the eyes of this Bond villain called, what was his name, John Sill? Yeah, John Sill. And he wants his help to steal something. And And the mission is, this country has never given anything to us and never will. We have given everything to it. I think it's time we gave nothing back. So it's basically a little revenge story from John Sill, and he wants Kitu to assist him in this. I'd give this 5 stars because it was absolutely mad to read. The characters in this are absolutely crazy, and it just shows like a bonker society that might even be non-fiction reality. Could be someone like John Sill in this world as of now, and it really reminds us to think about actions and how they affect people and how we can all improve this world together. So this is, did I say 5 stars? Yeah, because I'll give this 5 stars. Or would I? Maybe, unless I'd give this 4.5 stars, not 5 stars. Even though I really did enjoy it, and the other 2 Everett books I read were definite 5-star reads. I'd give this 4.5, just like was it Story of Hongo Dong I gave 4.5? Yeah, that was it. So this is a 4.5 star read in my personal opinion. And now we're talking about this book that I was most hyped for. Okay, so my English teacher's read this book, and he said good things about it, and other booktubers have also said good things about it, such as JV Books and The Road by Cormac McCarthy. This is actually it was almost a DNF. I found it insanely boring, but there were parts that are really enjoyable, like interactions between outsiders such as the old man and stuff. And yeah, I'd give this 2 stars. It just wasn't for me. I believe it is a good book, and that's the second book by Cormac McCarthy I've read. The writing was insanely good, but it just wasn't for me. So this is a 2-star book and just wasn't for me, even though I did relatively enjoy it. There were some really good parts, like especially in the action bits when the father's protecting his son from like these weird men, basically. So moving on, we've got a piece of manga, which I've actually already done a video on, and this is Sakamoto Days Volume 1 by Yuta Suzuki. Recently I've gotten really into manga, and I think I'm going to continue buying copies of it and starting my own collection perhaps. So if you want to watch videos on that, make sure you let me know. And artwork in this was absolutely divine, and I've already got unread Volume 2, and hopefully soon I shall have Volume 3 in my collection. The action was immensely perfect, the characters are beautiful, the artwork is out of this world, etc, and it's just absolutely beautiful. And if you ever want to get into manga, I definitely suggest starting with Sakamoto Days, because it's a game changer. Look at this piece of art, it's beautiful. So fair play to Yuta Suzuki, because this is brilliant work. Okay, so these are all the books that I have read in January 2026, and I did actually start reading another one in January, and I've almost finished it. And this is The Three Musketeers by Alexandre Dumas. I've really loved the movie. That if you've got Disney Plus, you can watch that, because that is a beautiful movie. The characters are stunning, the acting, bam, 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 beautiful. And this is actually the first ever piece of literature I've annotated. So yeah, I'm 500 pages in. I think I started on the 20th of January, and today is the 14th of Feb, so almost a whole month now reading this, 500 pages in. And yes, beautiful book, probably going to be the first 5-star reader this year, well, apart from Sakamoto Days, but that's manga, so it doesn't really count. So I'm really excited to finish this and talk to you guys more about it. So if you're curious to know more about what I'm going to be reading in February, I've only read 1 book so far, and that is Volume 2 of this. But apart from that, I'm going to be reading books such as here, let me show you. I'll just go get it from the... Wait, you can come with me. Okay, so The Man That I Mask by Dumas is going to be a read for February 2026. And I might conquer Misery by Stephen King as well. But we'll see how I do with The Man in the Iron Mask. And then I'll probably start diving into Red Rising once I've got new copies of the first and third books, because only the second one managed to survive the rain attack on the parcel they came in. So Anyways, let's just get back to the video. I'd like to apologise for the amount of sniffing I've done in this video. I'm still recovering from a really nasty cold I've had this past week. So I'd like to now thank you guys for watching this video as I'm ending it now. I've really enjoyed making this video for you guys, and I hope you can take the time to like, subscribe and comment for future great content. So thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll hopefully see you guys soon. Goodbye for now.